Well, global equity markets actually lifted on Friday's trading, with all eyes once again on what's happening out of Europe. And there was a big leaders summit towards the end of last week where they were going to agree on some of the big issues and how they were going to deal with some of the European debt crisis going forward. And initially it seemed like we weren't going to see an agreement come out of Europe, and this was mainly because the UK wasn't on board with a lot of the other member states. As the day unfolded, we did see a lot of other countries come to an agreement, and this will also mean that they're going to provide a little bit of a plan around how they will deal with the issues, and they're also going to provide a lot more firepower to the International Monetary Fund. So this was seen to be quite positive for investors, and equity markets did lift. In terms of the New Zealand dollar, we initially did fall against the US dollar, but eased and lifted towards the end of the day. And early on Monday morning, we're now trading at around 77.5 against the US. The other important report that did come out on Friday was from the US Department of Agriculture. Now, they released their latest supply and demand estimates, and what they did say was that they're expecting to see milk prices in the US drop just a little bit over the next 1 to 2 years. However, their forecasts still remain fairly strong, and they're still strong relative to historical prices. But they were slightly bearish on the outlook for grains out of the US market in particular. They're picking that consumption will drop, so there's not going to be as much grain used as previously thought, and they're also picking that production is going to increase, and this will ease some of the tensions that we've been seeing for grain markets over the past 8 to 9 months. So in response to this, we have seen that grain prices in the US, particularly for futures markets, have dropped over the past couple of days. Now, this will be an interesting dynamic to watch over the next couple of months because, of course, if we do see a drop in feed input prices from grains, this will mean that we could see a bit of an increase for livestock production around the world.